What up, welcome back to the channel. I'm Modi J and we are locked in. I just jumped off the jet. Okay, I'm lying. It was a commercial. It was Southwest. It wasn't a $49.99 deal, but I made it back. Quick update, my family is doing better, so I'm here to drop some content for y'all, and we're picking up where we left off. Power Book 3, Episode 6, Raising Kanan. Now, we did have a break last week, so that was good for me since I was out of town. But before we jump into this, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you can be a part of it. Hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now, to summarize everything that's been going on, Kanan and Marvin are messing up everything. That's all you need to know about Power. Kanan and Marvin are going to mess up everything. So let's pick up right here and let me know what y'all think is going to happen this episode. But this is Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Episode 6. If you remember at the end of episode 5, Scrappy went to Unique and he's saying he wanted to flip, flip teams. But we seen Raquel was talking to him before this whole scene happened. So my whole theory is she's sending him to infiltrate Unique's, operation. But that's a whole different story that we're going to jump into. But what I want to touch bases on, if you watch any hood movie or any movie that has to deal with some killing and drugs, whenever you go into an apartment building and they say, oh, honey, the elevator ain't working, it's a setup. That means you got to walk up the stairs because they want to be able to patrol who comes on each floor. Because now all I got to do is watch this end and this end. But if you got elevators coming up, they can boom, 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 hop up. Can't catch them. So just remember that when they tell you the elevator's out, whatever's upstairs, you don't need to be going up there. I told y'all, whenever the elevator's out, you go upstairs. Well, fortunately, there wasn't no thugs up there because this is the apartments that Raquel is bought to have the stash house on one and work right up under. So if the cops get the first, we drop it down to the bottom. Now, the NYHA, the housing authority, they come over and, you can't do anything to public housing. You can't renovate. You can't tear walls down. You can't do nothing. But this guy, he's pretty much like, well, you're going to get a lot of fines here, Missy. And of course, she does, though. Well, what can I do to make it right? I'm just a single mother, just trying to make a living in a house for me and my son. And this creep talking about, well, I got an idea. Meet me tonight at 8 alone. She's like, oh, what other way is there? He's like, yeah, 8 p.m., baby. So he thinking he about to get some to let her do what she doing in that house. It ain't worth your job, fellas. A little bit of sex is not worth your job. And in this case, it may be. Kanan being Kanan, thinking he knows everything. I told y'all in the intro, all you need to know about Power is either Kanan is messing up or Marvin is messing up. That's all you need to know about Power. But he's out with Famous and he sees a car roll by. It looked like a Volvo, and it looked like the car that was shooting in the air. You know what I'm saying? You remember in the first episode, they were out eating and the car came by, they were just shooting in the air. That's what it looks like. And Kanan got that look in his eye like, I'm about to mess something up. And Famous like, hey, bro, you supposed to be helping me put up flyers. But Kanan in his head, he's like, oh, man, I might have to go slide on whoever that was. Gonna mess up some more stuff. This kid right here, I tell you. Detective Howard, all he wants to do is see his son. Raquel, she's been lying. She done messed with dope boys, convicts, felons, police officers. She don't really know who the baby daddy is, but we're assuming it's Howard. Now, Howard, he needs that bone marrow transplant. And he goes up to the doctor. She's like, hey, bro, I'm not at work right now. He's got the big eyes talking about, what if I had a son? She was like, well, he'd only be half a match. But, we still be able to give you some kind of, surgery. I couldn't pronounce what she said, but we could get you some kind of surgery, but it'd be better than nothing, but it wouldn't do it all the way. So he's like, how can I get Kanan from her? I really don't want to see my son. I just want that bone marrow from him. All right, we're going to figure this out some way, somehow. He going to make Raquel. She going to have to own for something. He's going to be like, hey, you're going to have to give me some of that bone marrow, and I'll let this slide. The doctor looks Detective Howard in the eyes. She like, you look bad, brother. He's like, that's because I'm dying, doctor. I'm like, yeah, you do look skinny. You got that skinny neck and that big head on there. It might be the hat that's making his head look big, but the doctor's like, damn, you look bad. He's still thinking, how am I going to get consent from Raquel to get this damn bone marrow? Lulu and his girl, we're not even going to say Jessica's name no more. We're just going to say the power hungry girl. She's over here hyping Lulu up. All this wouldn't happen if it wasn't for you, Lulu. You got all the money. And I told y'all earlier, all she's doing is using who she can to get to the top off her brother's back. Now, Famous blows up. He becomes a rapper. His sister's gonna be there. Now, if she got to date Crown because Crown is producing them and blowing them up, okay, cool. But now she sees that Lulu is paying for everything, so she's like, oh no, whoever got the money, they in charge. You run all this. And he's kind of looking at her like, yeah, I'm gonna have to run this and get rid of her. Cause we all know this girl right here, she's not, how can I put it? I would say she's for the streets, but that'd be too easy. But Jessica, she's gonna mess up something. I'm talking about not just the music part, but maybe the whole organization. Lulu has a plan. He's trying to get the music business to go legit. But Raquel, she's like, no, not at this time. We just dried up Unique Supply. We got our new operation going. We got to be moving some dope through here. And he's like, nah, this got to be legit. If we can get this to be legit, then all that dope money, we can wash it through this and we can keep them separate. We ain't going to wash that much because, they'll tie it into it. But if we have a legit music business, this will bring in more kinds of money. And Raquel's like, nah, we got to bring that dope in here because some of Unique's people are going to come in here with the drugs. And he's like, nobody's slanging in here. People keep coming up. Hey, Lulu, we need you to pay for this. We need to pay for the lights. Even Crown comes up. So Raquel looks. She's like, oh, you paying for all this? Because all the money is coming from the dope game. But Lulu, he's the business-minded one. And he's like, all right, cool. If I can get this legit, we can make not as much, but just as much money legit. And Raquel's like, nah, we got to push it. We got to push it. Lulu has to go and talk to Neek and tell Unique, hey, look, bro. Whatever we got going on tonight, this show has to be clean. The whole time, my boy's in there. He's smoking. We beefing. You here, ain't nobody shooting each other. Huh? Rack send you? Huh? She sent you? Lulu like, nah, man, I came on my own. This is my show. I'm doing this. So he's pretty much saying, I respect you for coming over. You are the level-headed one in the whole family. We have beef. But you came over here and you respected me, so I'm going to go ahead. Y'all hear that, crew? No slanging tonight at the little, the little concert. But when Lulu starts to walk off, he tells him, hey, Lou, you level-headed and your sister needs this right now. We see Raquel, she's talking about pushing all the weight. She wants to do everything. We opening up new apartments and stuff. And Unique knows that she's doing a little bit with drying up the streets. So he's just saying, Lulu, all right, I respect you for that. But you need to watch your sister. Because the way things are going with her, it could get ugly for everybody. As soon as Lulu leaves, Scrappy comes out the back. He looking all tough because he supposedly flipped sides. But I already knew that this was Raquel's plan. So Unique's like, you know what? He got some balls walking in here. I ain't really got no respect for him. So you and Scrappy, y'all can go shoot the little showcase up tonight. And you see Scrappy's face turning like he's got the bubble guts again. He like, uh-oh. He gonna have to notify Lulu like, hey, they coming for y'all, bro. Like, abort the plan. They are coming. They coming to light it up. I'm gonna be there too. I'm just gonna shoot in the air. I ain't gonna hit nobody, but they coming to shoot it up. Oh man, it's gonna be a wild night, y'all. Now Raquel, she's talking to Kanan. She was lining up that fade. You remember on Boys in the Hood? Hey, Pops, can you hook the fade up in the back? He started asking about the bird and meat, but this is totally different because Kanan's messing up and Raquel's about to expose him. So she's like, what did that cop say? He was just like, oh, man, he knew you back in the day. Some dude loved you or whatever, whatnot. So she's like, yeah, whatever. How'd you get home? He's like, well, I called somebody had him pick me up. She's like, who's Symphony? He's like, my bad, Mom, my bad. I begged him not to tell you. And she's like, Symphony, he's an adult. He can make his own decisions. Cause me, I'd be like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that cool with you. I'm not about to be picking, my chick's kid up, especially not from the precinct. So she's just telling him like, hey, you're not a stupid kid, Kanan. You said you wanted to step up. But first of all, let me break this down. He is a stupid kid. And why are you having your 15-year-old son step up? Come on, Raquel. He don't need to be out here. Send this dude to his grandma's house because he ain't doing nothing but messing up. We 6 episodes in and he messed up. Well, he actually messed up 8 times in 6 episodes. Would you look at that? Love won't stop anybody. Nikki, she goes to the hood. She doesn't care because her love, Jukebox, is at home crying. She found out the hard way that them white folks ain't mess with black people. But she came over there and they got to hugging. Love is in the air. At this point, Rocket's like, family meeting. Lulu, Marvin, get here now. We got to figure this out. We need some more work. We stretching everything thin. Hey, forget that showcase. I need you to go talk to Greaves, okay? I need you to go talk to Prime. We got to do something. Buy Prime out. We need all the work we can get on the block. And quit worrying about that showcase. And Marvin is like, look, I'd be more involved, but you got me over there kicking down walls and renovating. I want to get out here. But we know Marvin don't need to be on the street unsupervised. That's my boy, my favorite character. But he doesn't need to be out there by himself. We already know he about to tear some things up. But Rock is telling him, y'all need to get focused on this dope game because that's what's bringing in all the money. The little lovebirds, they in Jukebox's room. You know, they just kicking and talking about the difference between each hood. Now, the interesting thing is, Nikki, she wants to come to the showcase tonight. She's been lying to her parents about seeing Jukebox. But we know that this place is about to get shot up. So this is not only going to put everybody in jeopardy and in danger. Nikki's going to get found out for being at the showcase. Because I could see something potentially happening to her. Like she gets shot or something. Or they get arrested and her parents have to come get her. She's really going to be in trouble. Because you know, one thing about power in that universe, nothing ever goes as planned. We're going to make this short and sweet with Dean because he doesn't do too much talking. He likes to get to the point. Raquel comes in. She got to get patted down and he sits over there. So what is this, Dean? You know, we need to re-up. And he's like, well, listen here, business with you and I, it's a little bit done. There's somebody on the streets, the competition, willing to pay a 20% premium. And if y'all don't know what that is, that means every $10, instead of paying 10, they're paying 12. So if they selling bricks for 10,000, the competition said, I'll buy it for 12,000. Not only will I buy mine for 12,000, whatever you're selling to Raquel, I'm buying all of hers for 12,000 a key too. Now it's not 12,000 a key, but that's just to get the numbers in order. So we hear grandma here. She hit bingo and Dean said, hey, we got a winner here. And he looks at Raquel and tells her, this is over with. Shoot, when you getting all your product bought out at a 20% premium, oh yeah, we ain't going back to the old stuff. The whole time I was thinking he seen a Volvo from the shooting, but it's really the gas station. So him and Marvin, the two mess ups, they go out there and Kanan's like, all right, look, people come across, they stop at the gas station, we serve them and they'll pay white people prices. And Marvin's like, nah, you kryptonite. Raquel said, I can't be around you. I like the initiative though, but I can't be around you. And I told y'all these two cannot be left alone with no supervision. So all this is going to do is have Kanan probably open up shop here and start doing this thing, which is going to cause some trouble eventually, but he's going to be doing good at first. And Marvin's like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with it. And Kanan was like, just think about it, Unc. And Marvin's like, fix my box, man. I ain't about to get in no trouble with this dude. Not no more, especially with I'm trying to get out the apartments and get on the streets. No, I ain't messing with it, Kanan. Rock, she goes up to the bodega, you know, the new stash house that we got. We got the doors in the back. Now we know Julia, that's the wife. She's been getting beat on by her husband. But Rock, she's like, okay. She sees this and she's like, nah, look, I want to talk to your cousin across town. And Julia's trying to say, nah, you can't do that. And my husband, he really, really hates my cousin. But what Rock is doing is putting her in a power position to also get her away from her husband because she's being abused. So what she's saying is, this won't have nothing to do with your husband. I'm talking directly to you because he's trying to set up a line of communication. So, hey, I can get you out of this. I can put you in your own power. You know, I can open up another store for you. You run it and we'll just keep stuff stashed there. So they're looking out for each other and she's kind of thinking about it. All right, I'll let my cousin know. But she's still scared because she don't want her husband to find out. Detective Burke, I seen this from the beginning. She's the detective that's going to be actually going through all of the cases with a fine-tooth comb. Okay, let me see this. Let me check here. Let me try this. Now she sees Jukebox and Nikki and they hugging. You know what I'm saying? They give each other a little kiss and Nikki gets on the bus. Now she comes over and says, I'm investigating your friend D-Wiz's murder. And she's like, oh, I don't know nothing about that, copper. She's like, okay. It looks like that girl you was with, she really likes you. And what she's doing is blackmailing her to an extent because she says, I know things that some people don't. Meaning like I've seen, you know, you kissing a girl. Many people may not know that saying you're gay, or I might have to go, follow her and go tell her people what she down here doing. So Juke, she kind of thinks about it, but she walks off because she's not about to snitch or say anything to the cops about anything. But Detective Burke, all she's doing is, okay, Jukebox. Boom, follow her, who she connected to. Follow them, who they connected to. Just putting the pictures up on the board and putting the puzzle together. All I could think about when Detective Burke picked up the little showcase flyer is Save the Last Dance. She gonna go in there with her hair down and like some baggy clothes trying to do some investigation work. Yeah, what's up, homies? We in here for this showcase. Y'all got any drugs? Everybody like, hey man, you a cop. Get up out of here. Kanan's getting ready to go to the showcase. Raquel, she's getting ready to go to the showcase, but first she got to put on that sexy stuff and show up alone because the housing authority, he want a piece of that. You gonna be tearing down walls? I want to be tearing down walls, if you get what I'm saying. But, you know, Kanan's in here getting dressed. He putting on the tie, talking about I'm on my Boys to Men tip. Now, y'all got to remember, this is 91. Boys to Men just dropped in April of 91. Some of y'all may be too young for that, but, you know, it is what it is. But he's like, hey, Ma, can you help me with this tie? She says, well, you know, I don't know how to tie that. That's one time I wish we had a man in the house. Kanan was like, man, that don't sound like nothing DEF CON would do. So now it kind of gets awkward because we know that DEF CON ain't his dad. She knows that DEF CON ain't his dad. But she's just like, you know, you ever miss having a father figure around? She's kind of tiptoeing around it because she doesn't want to say, your daddy a cop. You know what I'm saying? I was sleeping with the pigs. I wasn't really on the block. I was with the cops. It's the night of the showcase. The time is now. We got an MC on stage. He's super whacked. The crowd ain't really feeling him. All you hearing is, boo, get off the stage. That's what I would have yelled if I was there. Man, like, this dude is trash. We don't care about who on Bulletproof Records. We ain't never heard of them. But anyway, we outside. Lulu pulls up with his girl Jessica, the power money, the power hungry, the Boulder Streets, and famous because they got to do their showcase. But across the street, we got Scrap and his new homie. And they looking at it. He's like, man, I ain't really trying to shoot this thing up, man. Them my dogs. Raquel ain't send me here for all that. All I'm supposed to do is get information, not shoot up my people. Famous thinking he more famous than what he is. Like, he already a big time celebrity. Now he's talking to Nikki, talking about, yeah, I'm the Puerto Rican name Famous. We all do nicknames around here, baby. I'm gonna call you white girl Nikki. Now Jukebox, she's sitting over here and she's nervous because we about to have a showcase. Her first song that she ain't really rehearsed. So she telling Famous, hey, get focused. But also she was telling him to, hey, stop touching my girl. But she gets nervous and she runs into the bathroom. So it's just like B Rabbit on 8 Mile. You know what I'm talking about when they were saying palms is sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy. There's vomit on her shirt already. Mom's spaghetti. She runs in the bathroom. She too nervous. We're going to see how this showcase go because it's going to be a blast. And I mean pow, pow blast, not them doing good. Not only did Raquel get dressed, she had to walk up all them stairs in some heels. So when she gets there, he's like, I asked around about you. You were a drug dealer. So she pulls out some cash. It looked like maybe 5,000, maybe 10 bands on, you know, if we really doing it up. And he's like, nah, man, I tell you what this is. This ain't just no cash deal. And I'm glad you dressed up. And he goes from being a crooked housing authority to just a pure rapist. So he gets up, he choking her, hits her in the stomach. I'm like, damn, this dude wilding out, man. They just took it a little too far. You should have just let him take the money and leave. But hey, man, this dude asked for it. He hits her in the gut. She gets up and picks up a sledgehammer and bow, hits the dude in the head. Now we got a dead body inside the apartments. That means he's going to come up missing. People going to be wondering where he is. And that means we got to get a new inspector that we're going to have to start all over with the bribe. And if you didn't kill him, we could have just, you know, worked with it from a little bit from there. But she had to defend herself. So I don't know how we going to do this one. Because if I'm the new inspector, hey. Cash deals only, baby. I don't want nothing more than cash. They send Kanan over to actually talk to Jude. Because they have a brother-sister relationship. They did have a little argument, but you're never going to hold that against your family members like that. So he's over there trying to tell Jude, hey, man, you know, I'm sorry. I mess up sometimes. She like sometimes. She's like, okay, Jude. You pushing it, but I do be messing up a lot. And I tell y'all every episode, Kanan messes up more than anybody I know. But they're just talking, they're reminiscing. He's talking about when they were younger. She was 11, he was 10. They pretty much went to like a carnival type. And he lost all their money. So she's like, yeah, you know, you really was messing up, Kanan. So he's sitting there, all right, Jude, come out, man. Come on. So he, don't make me fake cry. So she actually comes out because she has that comfort from Kanan. And that's her little brother. So, you know, that's who's going to give you that encouragement to push you forward and motivate you. Now let's get out there and do this showcase. Because Bulletproof, them artists they trash. They had some R&B dude with the Kid and Play box. I'm like, man, I'm good. I'm out. Hey, Lulu, I need a refund. Raquel sends Marvin over there to clean up this housing authority. Now, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what we have here. He puts them in the wall. Okay, they take out all the insulation and stuff. They put him in there. They wrap him up in plastic. They don't wrap his head up, but they have tape over his face. And Marvin's like, you know, when you mess up, you mess up. But when I mess up, people take it to the extreme. Pretty much what he's saying is Raquel messed up with this and I'm here fixing it. But you're going to see, well, hypothetically speaking, you're going to see because you're not going to see, you're going to be in this wall dead. So Marvin comes over, hits him twice with a nail gun. Boom, boom. Didn't wrap up the head, so flesh is exposed. And I'm sure his body isn't wrapped up tight enough. They didn't put any insulation back over the body. They just put the wall up. So within a week, this body is going to be stankin'. And within a month, the whole hall is going to smell like that. And they're going to be like, what the hell is that smell? Where is our housing authority inspector? They're going to come in here and they're going to see all this. You got to pay off a lot of people now. This is not sufficient. This will not work. But it's the power universe. Symphony finally sees Rock after all the little incident with getting Kanan from the police station. And Rock, she's mad, talking about, you know how important my son is and I won't let anybody come in between us. Well, if you was being a mother, Symphony wouldn't have to go up there and pick your son up. If you were being a mother, your son wouldn't be in the game. If you was being a mother, he wouldn't be hanging out at the stash spot. If you were being a mother, he wouldn't be shooting guns and killing people. If you were being a mother, he'd be in school. If you were being a mother, he'd be at his grandma's house. Symphony did one nice thing for her and she like, you know what? It's over. He's like, you know what? Okay, I could respect that. But they'll be back together because Kanan's going to hit him up for something. You know how it is. And she's going to be like, you know, I apologize. I just protected my son. He's going to be like, I understand. There's a commotion going on. Some dudes from Brooklyn that came down to the south side. They trying to get in. And Lulu like, whoa, hey, yo, I don't care who y'all are. Y'all ain't coming in here strapped. Now the dudes talking cash money out here talking about, I knew you wasn't nothing. You just trying to make some money. Lulu like, boy, you on the south side, you talking all that, we gonna get on your ass. So the dude was like, okay, my bad, man. We just want to hear some music. You know, everybody got to flex a little bit. Oh, we from uptown, we from over here, we from the east side. Everybody got to do that flexing until somebody actually steps to them. Now you got to either shut up or put up. And this dude was like, we just trying to hear some music. So Lulu said, all right, come on in then, just be chill. But oh yeah, pat him down, because no one coming in here with no pistols on them. Rock comes over to Detective Burke. I told you she was going to show up. I thought she was going to be in the hip hop clothes going undercover. But she just out here chilling. She don't even notice people walking up like, man, you in a dangerous spot to be a white woman. But Rock comes up and says, hey, tell your partner nothing's more dangerous than coming between a mother and her child. That's his child too. Let him see his son. Let him get some bone marrow from him too. Now, them Brooklyn dudes, they in here wilding out now. They in there, oh, hey, what's up, Jessica? Come here, girl. I know you like fucking with niggas. And she like, hey, man, chill out. So the dude like, damn, can't get that one. He turns around and he sees Nikki now. Mind you, they underage. He goes over there and he talking about, hey, what's up, white girl? We're going to have us a pretty little baby like Lisa Bonet's kid. Jessica like, hey, y'all tripping. Get up out of here. Now, I told y'all, with Nikki coming to this event is going to be bad for her. She can get in a lot of kind of different angles of trouble. Like, I'm predicting they're getting shot up. Something's going to happen. Jessica's over here offering her liquor. Crown comes over. He rolling up weed. So it could get ugly. She could go back drunk or high. And her parents are like, where'd you come from? And they're going to figure it out. Or it can get shot up. So it's a whole bunch of different things that can happen with this scenario. Famous and Juke, they get up there to showcase his own. Famous is kind of choking up like, hey, what we got going on here? And Jukebox like, hey, cut that. I know we got people from all around New York in here, but let me make this clear. The South Side runs this. Everybody like, oh, they getting hype and stuff, and they start rapping. Juke is over there harmonizing, and all you hear is, the streets need a body. I'm like, okay, cool. Now we hear Kanan start to narrate. He's talking about these people doing crimes and being a rapper. That ain't the same thing. Most of these dudes is lying. So we looking at it. We got Famous up here acting like he really in the streets, really doing it. He ain't got no bodies. He was there the day of the shooting the buck, but he ain't do no shooting. And at the same time, we got Scrap and we got his assailant coming in. Oh man, I told y'all it's gonna be a blast tonight. Now we got the whole crowd chanting, streets need a body. When I slide up on your block, streets need a body. When I'm beefing in the hood, streets need a body. And I'm like, okay, cool. We got a little anthem going. People kind of believe in Famous. But we see Scrap in the club. Now Lulu, they all rapping. He turns around and Scrap kind of gives them a signal like, hey, bro, they tripping. Because he doesn't want to shoot anybody that he knows. Because he told the dude, let's go after Lulu. But we know that Raquel sent him into Unique's group to infiltrate him. So he gives the signal like, hey, be on the lookout. So what Lulu does is scream out Southside and punches somebody and just starts a fight. Because with this fight going on, it'd be so much commotion that you won't be able to see Lulu, Marvin. Everybody will get a chance to get out of there and they won't get hit. But also, it won't look like Scrappy messed up, so the plan can keep going. Unique ain't as dumb as we thought. He knew exactly why Scrappy was sent there. They knew he wasn't gonna hit Lulu. So that's why the dudes calling them out. Like, no, we knew that this was gonna happen. But also that's why Neek sent them out there. It was like, all right, if he's gonna really be with us, he's gonna have to be the one that murdered somebody in his old crew so we can really believe he with us. But he didn't believe that. And Unique was right. Everybody getting that groove on. Kanan pulls up on Davina. He's like, I was at this thing and all I could do was think about you. Then we got Famous in the bathroom with a little white girl getting slimed on. He like, oh man. Y'all remember what happened with D-Wiz when he got that for the first time? That was the end of his night. These boys need to be careful out here wilding out in these public bathrooms. Kanan in the room with Davina. Lord knows what her mama is. The little sister in there probably crying and hungry because ain't nobody watching her. But hey, when you're young and them hormones is going, nothing even matters. And to all my youth watching this, boys, girls, she had a condom in the house. She had it in her drawer. In case she had sex, she made this guy wear a condom. Fellas, wear a condom. Ladies, make them wear a condom. Don't have babies out of wedlock. It makes life so much easier. It's after the showcase. Everybody's getting changed. Kanan, he just got him some. Mama in the bed because she was going to get some, but it turned into a murder. But all you hear outside is, here go your man, snitch. Pop, pop, skirt. So it looked like they probably didn't drop Scrappy's body off. Now, Raquel, what she does, she grabs a strap. She runs downstairs. Kanan, on the other hand, he just runs downstairs with a half-tied, some Timberlands on. What you gonna do down there with your hands? You can't fight. These dudes got guns, Kanan. Stay upstairs and lock your door because you ain't gonna do nothing but get wet up. Now they got Scrappy's naked body on the porch and they come outside like, oh man, he all toe up and stuff. Way to go, Raquel. You the business one. You messing up too. Now we see where all this messing up is coming from. Kanan's dad is a mess up cop and his mom is a messed up drug dealer. Now they got a body out here. They got to dispose of this body before anybody sees it. They just disposed of a housing authority body. Now we got to get rid of Scrap. But the police might show up over here. We already a known house. But the streets need a body. They looking at Scrappy's body. Now he's playing dead. But when you close your eyes and you try to keep it closed too long, but you're not asleep, it starts twitching. So you can see his eyes twitching. So he ain't good at playing dead. But Raquel looks over at Kanan like, oh my gosh. If I'm Kanan, I'm looking at her like, hey, don't look over here. I didn't do that. You sent them there. This is your plan. But at the same time, you remember Kanan was like, oh man, Scrap is the one that gave away the stash spots when really it was Davina. Now they both like, damn, I didn't want Scrap dead, but what we gonna do now? There you go, episode 6 of Raising Kanan. Let me know what you guys think they're going to do for retaliation. Of 1, coming to the club to shoot up the club. And then 2, actually killing Scrap. Because you got to retaliate now. You're not getting anything on the streets because Dean is selling to Unique. So we still got to go up and talk to Greaves and them and try to get some product from them in Prime. Let me know what y'all think what we going to do to retaliate. Comment below. I'm J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button. Hit your subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.